Hello guys, I wanted to go read a quick Bible verse to you guys in Exodus 32, verse 1. When the people saw how long it was taking Moses to come back down the mountain, they gathered around Aaron. Come on, they said, make us some gods who can lead us. We don't know what happened to this fellow Moses who brought us here from Egypt. And the rest of it is basically Aaron built the calf with the gold that was meant to be used for the tabernacle and the Ark of the Covenant, etc., and betrayed God, basically. But that's not what I'm trying to talk about. I'm trying to talk about, stick on this verse. And there's a few people I've spoken to in my life, and they want a sign. They want God to speak to them. They want God to come down to them. And obviously he has through Jesus, but in a sense of what's holding them back from Christ, like what's going to make them give that commitment, that seal. Like what else do you want God to do, basically? And we see here in verse 1 how the people are impatient. They were waiting. Moses took long. He was there for 40 days, wasn't he? 40 days fasting and listening to God's commands. And the people were impatient. They wanted him. They wanted God now. They wanted him now. And you know, there's just friends, I'm like, we need God. I want God to give me a sign. I want God to turn up now. I want God to do me something, and then I will give my 100%. First of all, guys, God does not need to stoop down to our level. We need to come to his level. We need to be patient with him. When there's things that are not working in our life, don't doubt. Trust God. God is a reason why it's taking a while. There's a reason why it's taking that amount of time. There's a reason why it took Jacob 14 years for Rachel. It was the patience. There's a reason why Joseph was in prison for so long. It's the patience. It's building that character up. And we need to remember, guys, that there's kind of two messages I'm talking about here, but what more does God need to do? Like, he's given us this Bible to read. It is in our possession. It's on app stores, Play stores, in shops, best-selling book every week. And Jesus died for you, a death he should not have died. So what more reason is there for you to get into the word, to get to know Christ, to start following him? What more do you need? So I kind of wanted to talk about two things. First, patience. Patience. We see here in verse 1. Patience. 2, God does not live up to your standard. He doesn't live by your rules. We live by his. Whether you're a Christian or not, you still follow the ethnic teachings of the Bible deep down. The main message, patience. Trust God. There's a reason why it took Moses 40 days. There's a reason God did that for you. We don't know why it was 40, but there's a reason for that. And the people got impatient. They wanted Moses back now, this very second. So they decided to go the other way to build this calf. And forgetting what God did in Egypt. And second of all, God doesn't live up to you. He doesn't need us. We need him. We really need him. So don't expect God to show up to you and you're in front of your face for you to get right with him. He wakes you up every day. You can eat food. You can do certain things. The things you want to do in this life. And you still want God to do more? We shouldn't even be waking up. We should be dead. That's what sin does. But Christ took our sin for us. So let's not abuse his mercy no more. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. 2 messages. Patience and God not going to our standard. He's above our standards. He's above our thoughts and our ways. Isaiah talks about that. Yeah, 2 messages. I really didn't know how to word it, but I think that's the best the Holy Spirit's helped me with. Be patient with God. Don't take any shortcuts because God is taking longer than he is. Trust in him and his time. And God doesn't listen to our rules. He's ahead of our rules. He's above us, his own way. We follow him. He doesn't need us. We follow him. We need him for life. We need him for purpose. He was fine without us before we were even created. I hope this video made sense. God bless you all.